Once again, I'm your boy Scoop Burgundy.
Just call me Ro.
It's Scotty.
It's V.
And today we have a very, very, very special guest, the one and only Jimmy DaSaint is in the building, y'all.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
What's up, man? So, we like to ask our guests from the beginning, man. First question, how you feeling, man?
I'm straight, man. I'm chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Well rested. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, man. Staying in good space, out of trouble, out the way, corona free. Good.
Yeah.
Speaking of corona, I'm gonna jump off of this one, man. What how you been getting what you been doing during the quarantine, and how you been getting through this thing?
I mean, I'm a private person anyway, I stay out the way. So it's no big deal for me to be in a house because I'm a writer and I'm a creator. So it's no big deal to be in a house creating for me. So I actually recorded 2 films during the corona. I just finished a film called You Only Live Once a few months ago. And I was stepping out just to film and, work on that particular project. And I come back in the crib, man, and I'm chill, man. You know what I'm saying? I stay out the way, man. I don't go to clubs and shit like that. I ain't doing all that. I stay out the way. And it's easier for me, you know what I'm saying? It's just not something hard to do. So the corona really didn't affect me as much because I do what I gotta do and I bring my ass in the house.
Right.
So you just spoke about how you releasing these films. Are you releasing them under your publishing company?
I released my books under the company already. My film, yeah, because I have an entertainment company and publishing is one of the parts of it. So yeah, so my film, The Karma Effect, my company put it out, but it's actually coming out next month on Amazon Prime, iTunes, and Apple TV. They're the distributor for me. But my company is the owner of the material.
Okay, that's what's up. What led you to, when you first started out writing your books, doing your films, what led you to do your own publishing? Because I know these big, huge publishing companies in America, they was offering $30,000 advances, $50,000, $100,000 advances. How did you look at that and be like, nah, I'm gonna go this way?
Well, I was in prison and my first 3 books, I got a book deal for them from a publishing company out of New York. They gave me a publishing deal. So while I was in there serving time, I just studied the publishing game. And when I learned it, I knew that I was going to start self-publishing under my own company once I was released. So I continued to write while I was in prison, and I wound up writing over 30 books. And I knew that once I came home back to Philly, I was going to start releasing my material through my own publishing company. So that's how that happened.
That's amazing, because a lot of people not thinking to learn the game. They're just thinking I'm gonna create and not learn the ins and out of the business side of it. So that's really incredible that you took the time out to do that, for real.
Yeah, I had someone order me a book while I was in, and it was called Everything You Need to Know About the Publishing Industry. So I was in there reading that book, learning how publishing companies publish books, and I was like, wow, I could do this once I learned the game. So I walked out of the knowledge and the understanding of how to start my own publishing company. I knew how to do it. I knew what they was doing, and now I can give someone a signing bonus and books out. And the same thing because I own a publishing company that's been up and running for 10 years straight.
Wow. So you said, go ahead, you was about to go, V?
Oh, well, I mean, I wanted to hear more about the Karma Effect since it's coming out soon. I'm just curious of what can you tell us about it for the people viewing? Like, what can they expect?
I wish y'all would have asked me earlier, because I could have just sent y'all the private link. I have a private link where you can actually watch the film, and then y'all could ask me questions about it, because it's about a guy named Karma, and he's looking for the people or the person that's responsible for his sister's death. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a catch to it. But if it's about well, it's about a guy. I can't tell y'all because y'all know the story, but he's just looking for the person responsible for his sister's death. But it's a lot more to it. And actually I already won 5 awards for the film. I won the LA Independent Film Festival, the Chicago Independent Film Festival, the New York Independent Film Festival, and a few other ones I can't think offhand, but yeah. But I won the film of merit. It's really well put together. It's a whole Philly soundtrack, whole Philly cast. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing.
You know, and yeah.
No,
And
I
it's
mean,
called the Karma Effect
congratulations.
for a reason. Like I said, you know, if y'all get a chance, check out the trailer. The trailer is on YouTube and stuff. Just put in the Karma Effect. You'll see
We
it.
want that link. I
And
want to see the movie.
We want that private link.
The premiere. But if you watch the trailer, you get an idea. But I just had a red carpet event a few months ago with all the actors and their family and everything, and you know, we all had on masks and hand sanitizer and everything. It was really, really dope. And I actually put some pictures up a few months ago of us live at the red carpet event. My homie Raz B from B2K, he came through. You'll see the pictures on my Instagram page.
We definitely gonna check that out. I want to see the movie. I want to watch the trailer. Cause damn, man, now you make me want. I want to ask. You know, I wanted to see it so I could ask some questions all about my man Carmen and why he was tearing the city up. Whatever.
I am curious to know, because like I'm always intrigued by those type of storylines where it's like you have somebody who's basically seeking revenge or seeking, like, you know, whoever harmed a family member of theirs. So I'm just curious to know, like, what inspired this story for you?
Oh, wow.
And like, how do you keep it, like, because it seems like a lot of, from what I found of you, it seems like a lot of your stuff, you try to take it home at some point and kind of like give it that Philly touch. So I'm just curious to see, like, how did you kind of like, you know, keep that authenticity with that, and also what inspired you to tell this story?
Well, once again, if I say certain things, it's gonna give it up, and then you'll know my end.
Oh,
Damn.
He cutting out.
I think he froze.
Yeah, he froze on this.
Oh man.
So I only can write what I know. You know what I'm saying? So I could talk about drugs because I was a drug dealer. I could talk about prison because I did 10 years in federal prison. I could talk about rap music because I did a deal with Jay-Z. That's like easy shit to do. You know what I'm saying? That's like nothing. You know what I mean? It takes me three weeks to write a book. It takes me a week to write a movie.
3 weeks?
You know, yeah.
You could write a book in 3 weeks?
Yeah, I done wrote books in 9 days.
Damn.
You gotta take it through the process. How does that process start?
I just zone out. And the story just come. The story just come. It's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, people ask me all the time, and I'll be like, once I start writing, the story just unfolds. It's like in my head, and I'm writing what I see in my head. So if I see a dude in my head smoking inside his car, I'm gonna write it like, you know, but I'm gonna dress it up. I'm gonna say something like, I'm gonna give him a name of the car, like Stanley Jones was sitting in his soft leather seats inside his brand new Cadillac SUV. He pulled out a Newport and lit it up and began to start smoking it while he was thinking about his girl who just left him after 5 years.
Mm.
The story started coming. But in my head, I saw Stanley sitting in the car smoking.
Yeah, that's fire.
That is fire. That's fire. So you take inspiration
dope.
from everyday life experiences.
Yeah, one of my favorite books is a book I suggest y'all, I would really want y'all to read. It's called The 12 Universal Laws of Success.
Mm.
And that's a real popular book, especially in prison. It's called, it's $10. It's a yellow book. It's called The 12 Universal Laws of. And one of the universal laws is the law of vision. And when you read that chapter, when I was in prison, I read that book. And I read that particular chapter. I was like, wow, that's what I got. It's so easy for me to see things and bring it to life and make it manifest. So I realized that I had the law of vision, but it's 12 laws though.
Right.
Just like one of the laws is the reason we're on this Zoom call right now. One of the laws is called the law of human magnetism, and it teaches you that certain people, your magnetic energy is just going to attract. So it don't surprise me that we talking and I ran into you in the supermarket.
Right.
Because the law of human magnetism is going to allow that to happen. So by that happening, we're on a Zoom call podcast right now because I only look and search for good energy. So good energy will find me.
Mm.
Speaking of visualization and having a vision, your story is amazing. You you came out of federal prison where recidivism rates is 64% for after you get rearrested after you're originally arrested. 64% of people get rearrested. How did you come out of there and like, yo, I'm gonna get on my grind? I'm not going back there. Like, where did did this book play a huge role in that, or was there other factors involved too?
Yeah, being the book author changed that mindset, any negativity. But I was a first-time federal drug offender. The first time I ever went to prison, I got sentenced to 10 years, and I never been in prison a day in my life. I never been to a county jail, state road. The first time ever, I got sentenced to 10 years. So I knew when I was in there getting my mind right, body right, and soul right, and spirituality right, that I was never coming back. I knew in there that I wasn't coming back. But I was surrounded by so many other people who I know they coming back because they mentality. And they still was like, next time I get out, I'm gonna get it and I ain't gonna get caught. I ain't gonna do this.
Right.
My mindset wasn't there. My mindset was, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna take over. And I'm gonna teach some of these young black men not to never go.
Wow. And even in coming out, you started something that's real dope, man. It's the Philly Hip Hop Awards. So I do want to talk about that, you know what I mean? And like, what made you start that?
Well, really, I was just watching the BET Awards and I was like, shit, Philly got so many artists and musicians and singers and rappers and dancers. This one city that can really have their own hip hop awards.
Right.
So there was a guy doing the Philly Hip Hop Awards already, and he was from Pittsburgh. So I just called him up one day and said, yo, where you from? He was like, oh, I'm from Pittsburgh, and I do the Pittsburgh Hip Hop Awards, the Philly Hip Hop Awards, the Ohio Hip Hop. He was telling me, I said, well, you can't do the Philly one no more. I'm going to do the Philly one. That's how it happened.
That's how it happened.
He just said, okay.
Hold on.
I was about to say, that was that.
He just told boy that like that.
Was that.
Like, oh yeah, that's some real G shit. He's like, yeah, you're not doing it no more.
Well, honestly, y'all, on some real shit.
Yeah.
It really wasn't to be aggressive towards him because I could have just took the shit and it wasn't nothing he could do about it. I called him out of respect and I was like, damn, man, you're not even from Philly. I'm from West Philly. I got shot 10 times in West Philly. All my homies got murdered in West Philly. Every rapper rapper I know is from West Philly, South Philly, North Philly, Germantown, whatever, and you in Pittsburgh, I know this story. I know this life. I know this. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody I can't call here in this city is real to me. And he said to me, yo, man, I don't want no problems. You got it. You got it. And then I did it and took it to another level. And my first Cassidy, Tone Trump, Meek Mill, that was my first show. They performing live. So the shit he was doing was like a B-level thing to the vision I had. It comes back to the 12 universal laws of success, the law of vision. I saw something so much bigger than some dude coming here giving out a few awards to a few people that he found out about on the internet, got him a venue and did some little event. I saw something so much bigger, and it was more out of respect. So we didn't cuss or nothing. We actually met. We met in North Philly. You know what I'm saying? He was a Muslim. He showed up with some guy. I showed up by myself, and he was like, I just respect you. You called me out the blue. You pulled up and said, I want to do this for my city. And he's like, that just was crazy. He just said, I can't do nothing but let you do it. That was it.
That's respect right there.
That was
OD. I have a question about your books, and I was on your website and I seen a lot of publications that talked about your books, always put it into that urban category. Now, understanding where that urban category come from, us as Black people, we were never accepted into the mainstream. And so we had to make our own categories. Would you ever want to feel like your books are looked at more than just the urban category and more like I'm the best writer rather than the best urban writer?
Well, I actually like being in the urban category because that's me all day. I'm 100% urban. That's me. But when I was in federal prison, I had a white cellie. His name was Mike. And Mike used to always read my books. He was out of Ohio, old white guy. And one time I gave him my book and I said, check out my book. And he looked at me and said, I'm an urban author. He said, you just so good. He said, you just as good as James Patterson and all the white authors. He's like, your story is just compelling from a Black urban point of view, but it's still a good ass story. I don't mind the urban name connected to me because that's what I am and that's what I represent. So, and that's who buy my books. So I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
In one of your interviews, you said like you constantly work, you never like settle or like stay stagnant in place or see yourself as the top. How do you keep that energy to keep on moving, like especially right now, like during the pandemic and stuff?
Well, see, one of my biggest, wake up, I'm driven. And that was my mentality in prison. So I was like, I'm gonna write these books. So every week I would write a different book. And that was my set. And I didn't let nothing distract me because I knew it was a bigger purpose once I got out. And that's what happened. And once I got out, I came out with so much heat. It was overwhelming. The average book author, whatever, was out here with a book. I came out with 30. I still got 10 books sitting around my apartment that I haven't even published yet.
Right.
I ghost wrote 6 other books for other authors.
Dang.
You out here so you was ghostwriting. That's like that's a
ghost wrote a book. I just ghost wrote a book for somebody and for $10,000 a few months ago.
Damn. Jeez. So that's big business. Ghostwriting. Oh, okay,
Listen,
that's
for all y'all youngins out there listening, it's money in writing.
Well, what it was, the person who I did it for got a major book deal, but she had to turn in 3 or 4 books a year, because that's what her book contracts say with a bigger company, a bigger publishing company. But she didn't have another book, so she reached out to me and was like, Jim, you got something? I said, I got something. I can put something together for you. I can have it for you in a few weeks. And I told her what I want. And I said, give me $5,000 up front and pay me the rest when I'm done. And it was done. And she went through it, cleaned it up, changed some names, changed the title I gave it, did her thing, and put the book out. I ain't give a fuck, because it's like nothing for me. It's like, it's just easy for me to write a book. It's like, I can't explain it. You know what I'm saying?
How do you keep yourself motivated to remain so consistent? Because you have like so many different moving parts. You have the books you write, you have the films you know are creating, you have your publishing company, you're a ghostwriter, and then you also have your public relations firm. So it's like, and it seems like all of them, you know, are doing well. So like, how do you keep yourself motivated to remain consistent?
I was just telling my friend the other day, I said, listen, man, I said, when you go to prison and you come home, 2 things happen. You come out and do the same thing you repeated that got you sent in there, or you come out really, really, really motivated. I was the one who came out really, really motivated. I did not like prison. I did not like doing time in Texas and Ohio and Atlanta. That was too much for me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was able to handle it and it wasn't as bad as I thought, it's just, I still wasn't free. So when I think of being in prison and being in that cell and laying across my bed or whatever, and just thinking what I'm gonna do when I get back home, it motivates me. When I think about when I was shot 10 times and I was in that coma, and I came out that coma and I was motivated. I was motivated to live. I was motivated to inspire, to do things, because I had a real serious life. You know what I'm saying? Like, no games, no joke. I've been there, done that for real. For real, for real. That's why I'm the only person in Philly with a documentary on Amazon Prime with over 2 million streams, American Hustler. You can watch my whole life story on Amazon Prime. American Hustler, from me, a child to getting shot, to prison, to meet. I'm helping Rick Ross do something right now. Me and him was cellies in federal prison, the biggest drug dealer in U.S. history, doing deals with Jay-Z, and it just keeps going on. But this is my life. This was my calling. So I'm motivated by having that second chance to live and having that second chance to leave prison and get up out of there. So why wouldn't I be motivated when I know what it's like to be down? When I was in school, my teacher told me, she said, you're going to end up dead or in jail, because I was just wild in high school and all that. And I tell people now, I ended up dead and in jail. And I beat both of them.
That's deep.
Because I was pronounced dead. I was pronounced dead when I got shot.
Dang.
Wow.
So how do you, because you were speaking also on like how it's very important to you to try to, I guess, motivate people coming from prison or getting out, you know, to find a better purpose so that they can get out of that life. So in what ways do you do that?
Well, I just last year I did a prison tour, because I'm pretty cool with a few councilmen down at City Hall. I did a prison tour, and I went and the prison system just started a book club thing. I was the first author. They booked hundreds of books from me. They gave them to the inmates. Then I came in. They had a special hall type of setting, and I talked to all the inmates about the books and stuff, and about their life and how I was just in their shoes and their place. And then I'm sitting here talking to them. when I used to write them same books in my cell. So, you know, so I was talking to people who I was once that same person.
Well, this is less of a question.
My new movie, The Karma Effect. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you can go ahead. I was just gonna say this was less of a question and more of just.
I was gonna say my new movie, The Karma Effect. Go ahead.
Oh, all right, my fault. Is it Joe delayed for anybody else? My Joe delayed.
Yeah, it is delayed.
My fault, but to give you your flowers for doing everything. You came back from so much as a black man and in books, movies, and all that, and doing all that's really motivational for me from West Philly as a black man. I'm pretty sure for everyone else here as black people, and it's pretty dope that you do all these things, man.
That's facts.
It's very, very
That's
much.
what's up. That's what's up. Page or Twitter or whatever. I always put positivity out there no matter what. It's so easy to put negativity out there. Quote, picture, statement, anything is always about uplifting, positivity. We can make it. Let's join forces. Let's do stuff. I actually wrote a book a year and a half ago called The 21 Lessons of Life. If y'all get a chance, please read that book. And if you look on my page from last week on my Instagram page, I just posted the 21 lessons of success and the 21 lessons of failure book covers. Those are my two new books that's coming out in April because I made it a whole series. So it's going to be 21 lessons of life that's out already, 21 lessons of success that's coming, and the 21 lessons of failure.
We definitely got to check that out.
All those, I'll check out all those.
You know what I mean? And I wanted to ask you, so I'm going back a little bit. You worked with the biggest drug dealer ever and the biggest rapper, in my opinion, ever. Now, I want you to walk us through the deal that you did with Jay-Z. Like, how did that come about and how did that happen?
Well, really, I had a rap group called ICH in West Philly, and Oskino and Sparks was a part of it, and other members. And when I was introduced to Jay-Z, they rapped for him, and he liked them, and he wound up signing them. But right after he signed them, I wound up getting indicted by the FBI for selling a kilo of cocaine to an undercover FBI agent. So I went to the feds. So since Jay-Z had signed them right before I went to the feds, he put them in a group, State Property, with Beanie Freeway, Chris Neef, and Petey Crack. So State Property, I stayed with Jay-Z, and he signed a group. They was from my group I had called ICH for Inner City Hustlers.
Damn. Now that's the story. That's crazy as hell right there.
Yeah,
New York.
yes.
You got signed by Hov, and then you got indicted by the FBI right after that. That must have felt horrible.
Yeah. You know what? It's so crazy because I didn't feel horrible. I actually felt like I was destined for something else. It's weird to say, but it's so crazy. Like I said, I've never been to prison. I didn't fear. I just knew I was going to be cool because I knew who I was as a man. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about rap and all that. I just knew I had a decade to get me right. It's like I knew that. I was like, okay, this is like for me, life college. So I didn't think of none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, okay, I got this. I'm about to be a serious player when I come home. It's just not my time.
Right.
Or I would have been right there with him because I was around Jay-Z at least I went to federal prison. Him, Dame Dash, all of them. Memphis Bleak, because I was invited to New York all the time with them while they was signing my group. So, you know, and my producer wound up signing too.
Hey.
What producer is that?
Signed to the album, The Great Depression.
That's
Damn.
wild.
So they got signed. Yeah.
That's wild, man. So, damn.
And then Rick Ross, when I was in Feds, I got sent to a prison, and Rick Ross had to be there, and somebody told him that a book writer just came to the prison, and he came and introduced himself to me. He was like, "Do you know who I am?" I was like, "Yeah, you're Rick Ross. I just was watching your story on BET American Gangster." He's like, "Wow, man, best of friends." I just actually got off the phone with Rick Ross before this interview.
That's deep right there.
Yeah,
So
you got.
Go
My
ahead.
fault, Scoop. I just want to let you. You got to let him know we're trying to get him on here, Jimmy. We're trying to get him on here. What's up? You got to let him know. Yeah, TalkHvy appreciate him. We trying, you know what I mean? Get that story.
I might can make that happen. If I call him and tell him, if he's not too busy, he'll definitely do it. I done got a few interviews for him already. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, y'all should definitely check out my documentary. It's on Amazon Prime. It's free if you got Amazon Prime, Amazon. It's called American Hustler.
American Hustler. I wrote it down. I'm definitely checking that.
Yeah, I'm definitely on it. I'm gonna watch it.
And me and Rick Ross we have the #1 selling urban book in prison for 5 years straight. My #1 selling book, Black Scarface, it sold over 300,000 copies. It's written by Jimmy DaSaint and Rick Ross. And if you go to Amazon and look, you're going to see it's 5 stars. It's a 4-book series.
Hey.
300,000 copies I sold.
Damn.
On my own, without a big publishing company. I sold that right here in Philly.
Right in Philly. What was the name of the first book that you put out?
My first book that was published is called Money, Desires, and Regrets. And it's crazy that you asked me that because I didn't want to call it Money, Power, Respect. You know, you hear that a lot, like Money, Power, Respect.
Yeah.
So I called it Money, Desires, and Regrets for a reason, because I said all my life I had money. My money brought me my desires. Women, cars, jewelry, all the materialistic shit. And my desires brought me my regrets. Getting shot up, losing my homies, murders, prison, indicted by the FBI. So I said, I don't know shit about money, power, respect, but I know everything about money, desires, and regrets.
I don't know if something changed. Your mic, it didn't go out, but it just sounded a little different. So I don't know if something changed. But we hear you though. We still do hear you. And he said, "I ain't do nothing." No, we still hear you clear though. You know what I'm saying? But is there a difference? Because I like with rappers per se, a lot of people are like, "Oh, my first project was my best project because it was all of my years in one." Is there a difference between your first project and your others, or is it just like, man, everything is, I'll put it all in everything? Hello? Can you hear me?
I don't think none of my books is better than Black Scarface. That's about a woman. It's called Black Scarface for a reason. And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The reason it's called Black Scarface because when I was in prison, we was watching Scarface in the TV room. And I was like, this guy, crossed his connect. He killed his best friend, his sister. He died at the end. He get high, and it's called Scarface. And I said, I'm gonna write Black Scarface to show you how a real boss works. And it became popular. So Scarface, the movie, inspired me to write Black Scarface. Because if you really watch Scarface, he was a dude who was getting money, getting high, and the number one rule was don't get high off your own supply.
Your own supply.
He beating his wife. He crossed his connect. They sending goons out after to try to kill him. They kill him at the end. He fall in a big pool of blood. And I'm like, I hope nobody don't want to be Scarface. So I was looking at it. With a whole different set of eyes. While everybody else was watching it for the reason they was watching it, I was watching it for a whole nother set of eyes. Like,
right.
So that's why my book Black Scarface is the #1 selling urban book in all prisons. I make so much money off of that one book.
That one right there.
One John, one verse, one hearse.
All right, that's legacy right there.
Right.
Speaking of legacy, when it's all said and done, when you retire from the writing game, from the filmmaking game, what type of accomplishments would you like to see yourself achieve?
Wow, it's so crazy. The legacy, right? The tattoos I have on me, I don't know if you can see it. Probably can't. But it say, live a king, die a legend, leave a legacy. That's my mindset. So I'm slowly building my legacy each day through networking, building friendships, lasting friendships, creating, putting good energy out there, and serving my people. It's like I'm doing what I need to do while I'm here on the earth. So I'll be remembered, even if it's by one person. They'll be like, Jimmy. And that's good for me.
That's dope.
That's very dope. That's what's up.
It is. It sounds like a book title, the tattoo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So going back to the hip hop awards, where do you see that going in the future? And when do you think we're gonna be back with it?
Well, I just did that virtual hip hop award show.
Right.
I let my homie Plex run it because I'm really a little burnt out. So I ain't have time to really run it. So I put my man in charge of it. But I got corona stuff get better and the vaccine start getting
You cutting out the audio. I don't know if it's messing up for everybody else.
Oh, I hear you. So when the world started concerts and hip hop awards and live audiences, sick. And as long as the world's sick, I'm not even thinking about none of that. It gives me time to focus and do other things.
Right. So listen, man, I'm definitely gonna check out American Hustle.
Yes, sir.
I definitely want the link. I don't know if we're too late to get the link.
Yeah, for the karma effect.
I don't know if we're too late to get the link.
I'll send it to you, school. I'll send you the link when we hang up. You'll actually have the link to watch the movie.
Okay, I appreciate
and
that.
you can send it. You can send a link to your crew.
Okay. And I know Keith's gonna say I'm still in this question, but You know what I mean?
No. Don't steal my question. Don't steal nothing that I got to say. I want to ask like a serious question, a real serious question. So, Jimmy, I heard you used to break dance back in the day.
That's serious. Yeah. Yeah. I was into all that rapping. You know what I'm saying? Rapping, breakdancing. You know, I was one of them hip hop kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? We all was, but yeah, I was one of them. And actually, it was crazy. When I was in federal prison, this is so crazy, man. Just sitting back thinking about it. I was rated the #1 book author, the #1 rapper, and the #1 poet while I was in federal prison.
Hey.
My whole 10 years. I was so popular. So I was pretty, and it just came from just being real talented and humble, and people gravitated towards me. And but I was really, really known because I was the only one there with a book deal. They never seen that. I'm actually the first federal inmate ever to get a 3-book publishing deal while incarcerated.
Hey.
I don't know. I just had a crazy life.
That's major. That's major. We're gonna watch all that on American Hustle.
Right.
That's what's up, man.
But I really asked the question because I was gonna say, do you still got the moves? Because if we can have a dance battle for TalkHvy, it'd probably be lit. And I think I could take you, to be honest with you, like me and you on the L, and we get it popping if you want to.
Not the L. Not the L.
The L. No, them days over with, man.
Them days over with. Oh, you was one of them young boys on the L with the boombox?
I was one of the young boys with the boombox. I definitely was. I definitely had that, but I wasn't on the L. I was sneaking on the L, you know, to go downtown, sneaking. Yeah, we did that a lot.
Yeah. So man, no, that's what's up, man. So if it's anybody, man, that's any young boys, if you can give some words of wisdom, any young boys that's in the life, because you obviously lived, you know what I'm saying, on the other side of the law, man. And any young boys that's living a life that may be headed, you know what I'm saying, towards prison or death, what words would you give them right now?
These are words I always say to people. I always say, believe. So if you believe that you could be what you aspire to be, and you truly believe it, that light is going to shine on you, because you're going to put out the effort, and you're going to do whatever it takes for that light to shine. Like right now, like one of y'all wanted this podcast, and y'all wasn't going to stop until it was done. So once it was done, the light starts shining on y'all. But that's just this podcast. It might be something personal in your life that you want to do. So if you take that same mindset, then the light will shine on you whatever you do. So I always say, light shines on all of those who believe. I believe that I was going to be the best. I believe that I was going to put the best hip-hop show in Philly. I believe the best movie. It's not just me saying it. Like, no, I mean this shit. So light continues to shine on me because I truly believe it, and I stick to it, and I stay focused, and I don't let nothing sidetrack me or distract me or in any type of way, because I'm so destined to succeed and afraid to fail. So light continues to keep shining on. So if you're a young guy, whatever, headed to somewhere dark, if you stay in that dark place mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, you are already laying out your own path, laying out your own journey. But if you say, you know, I really want to do this over here, and you change that mindset and start doing it, the energy and the universe is going to help you reach that. Right. Because it starts here and here. But if here dark and your heart dark, you already laying out your path to a dark place.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real, man. So youngins, you hear that? You gotta believe, man. Believe in something, and that light is gonna follow you.
You gotta believe. They're not just youngins, anybody. Each of y'all. Each of y'all. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is not the final journey for the TalkHvy podcast.
Right.
I'm pretty sure all y'all want to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta believe it, and you gotta make an effort. People always ask me, how you write a book? I just pick up a pencil, grab a pen, and start writing.
Right.
And I can't wait till I say the end. I'm inspired to keep writing this shit just to get the 2 words. The end.
The end.
I like that. No.
We can't end it off no better way than that. You know what I mean? That's poetry right there. You understand? You know what I'm saying? But before you get out of here, we gotta ask you to say our slogan. Just say your name and then follow that by, if you're not talking heavy, then what you talking for?
It's your boy Jimmy DaSaint. And if you're not talking heavy, peace.
All right, man. We appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. We waiting for the link. Everybody check out American Hustler. You know what I'm saying? It's in all the books. You know what I mean? Black Starface and all of it, man. We really appreciate you coming through, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate y'all as well. Follow me on the gram. I'll follow y'all back.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right, y'all.
See ya.
So next up, we have some Valentine's story coming from V. Woo! Listen, you know V always give us the greatest stories known to man.
Don't get me.
He always.
So, yeah.
Oh, hold on. No, we were gonna go. I'm sorry, I didn't botch the order. Scott was gonna give us some seriousness. No, V, let that sit in the spirit.
Sit in. I let it sit.
let that sit. Let it marinate. You know what I mean? V taught me how to. She said you gotta let it marinate, and the soup tastes better. But that's a whole other conversation. So V, just let the story marinate, and then while Scott, we are in Black History Month. While Scott gives us, a piece of Black history, and everybody, let's learn something, man. We just learned plenty from Jimmy, you know what I'm saying? And now Scott is going to take us to school real quick, man. So what you got for us, Scott?
So it's actually a great segue because today we talking about another incarcerated writer by the name of Mumia Abu-Jamal from Philadelphia.
Free Mumia.
Pennsylvania. Free Mumia. Mr. Mumia Abu-Jamal, he was a journalist who covered a lot of Black revolutionary groups such as the Black Panthers, the MOVE group in Philadelphia, including the MOVE 9, the 9 individuals who was arrested for the murder of a Philadelphia police officer, sentenced to 100 years. He was very influential in the Philadelphia community, similar to how, and his writings ever since his incarceration has been a testament to how you can put me in physical chains, you can try to beat me down, but you cannot stop the revolution. You can't stop that revolutionary mindset, no matter what. You can't kill that spirit. You can kill the man, can't kill the spirit. And Mumia was locked up since 1982 for the murder of a Philadelphia police officer who was stopping his brother at a traffic stop. And he's been in there ever since. And he's 66 years old.
Yep.
Been in prison since 1982. He's released multiple publications. His first being Live from Death Row. I think everybody should read that. It's an amazing book. Basically, him giving his own interpretations of what's going on in the criminal justice system as a Black man, as a Black revolutionary, and how the American criminal justice system, especially back then in the 70s, 80s, and the 60s, was locking up Black people for any and every reason to silence our voice. And Mumia is an example of an individual who stood tall, continued his work, even from a place of bondage. And it's an incredible story. I think everybody should go research Mr. Mumia Abu Jamal.
And you got it. Come on, you got to end it with free Mumia, man.
Free Mumia, yes,
Free
sir.
Mumia.
Free Mubama.
Yeah.
The disrespect.
He just chooses
The disrespect.
every day.
That's the legend. Listen, I'm from West Philly. I've been hearing free Mumia my entire life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a lot of West Philly repping today. I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah.
Feeling good, man. So V, whoever your Valentine was, you better be from West. That's all I'm saying.
I'm done.
The story better have took place in West Philly something.
It definitely did not. It was a bad story, so I don't know why you would want it to have happened in West Philly. But
what y'all listening to Will Smith? Something. What we got? What West Philly needs something.
All right, so let's lighten it up a little bit and talk about my terrible worst Valentine's Day. So, this was, so long story short, it was somebody I was dating. He asked me to be his Valentine, and he wanted to take me out to Apollo night at Penn State. This is when I was in college. And so I was excited because Charlemagne was coming, and anybody knows me knows that I always loved Charlemagne, read both of his books, like huge fan. So, so I was like super excited. So I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. So we Valentine's Day comes and like step back. Before Valentine's Day comes, I'm like, okay, let me get him a gift. I'm very big on like getting gifts that I know the person would like. Like I that's one of my love languages. That's kind of like how I express myself. So one of the things, but it's like for men, sometimes it's difficult to figure out what's like deemed a Valentine's Day gift for a man. So I was like, I'm just gonna get him something I know he would appreciate and need. So his remote for his TV had broken like a month prior. So I like bought him a universal remote. And then with the universal remote, because like we weren't in a relationship, so I didn't want to get like him like, you know, like a watch or nothing expensive, but I still wanted it to be something that was like meaningful. So yeah, so I got him the universal remote, and then I got him like a card, wrote in there like a little letter, and then some of like his favorite like treats or whatever. So put that all together. And then Valentine's Day comes. So I'm all excited. I got my little outfit going, got my hair did, nails did, everything did, you know what I'm saying? And that's when he says, I called him to see like, you know, when he was coming to pick me up because he had a car on campus. I have on like a dress, heels, all of that. It was snowing. So it's like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, can you just meet me on campus? Now, if you don't go to Penn State, you know that if you don't live on campus, it's like no point in driving to campus because you're literally not going to be able to park at all. So I ended up having to catch the bus in my Valentine's Day dress, outfit, heels, everything, down to meet him at his dorm, right? Mm-hmm. So we get to his dorm, and I give him his gift or whatever. He's like all excited because it's like, oh, wow, you know, you're really paying attention because, you know, y'all love when a girl pays attention to y'all. Like, but yeah, so he then proceeds to show me my gift. And this was strike 2, because strike 1 was making me catch the bus when it was snowing outside in a dress and heels. This was strike 2. He got me a box of chocolates. Now, anyone who knows me knows that Venice does not like chocolate. Now, I appreciated the gift, don't get me wrong, but I had reiterated multiple times to him, because we had been talking to each other for months at this point, that I don't eat chocolate. So you bought me a gift I can't even eat. I can't even enjoy this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got this box of chocolates and then I ended up giving it to my roommates. Because what am I going to do with it? Not eat it. Like, it was either going to go in the trash or somebody else's stomach. So I gave it to my roommates. But anyway, so yeah, so he gives me this little box of chocolates and I'm like, oh, thanks. You know, and actually, you know what? I'm going to put that together with the bus is strike one because I don't want to give him too many strikes. So we'll put those as strike one together.
We'll couple it.
Right. Because we just got through a third of this. So now we're heading to Apollo night. Because now I'm like, you know what? I'm still going to Apollo night. He's not going to ruin my night. I'm going to see Charlemagne the God today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm excited. So we get to what's called the Hub, which is like the student center where they were doing Apollo night. We're standing in line. It's a long line, you know, so we're waiting. We get up to the ticket booth and the lady was like, oh, the tickets are blah, blah, blah price. And so he literally tries to avoid eye contact with me because he did not want to pay, but he didn't want to say that. So he literally avoids eye contact, is like fiddling in his wallet. Like I can't see that he has more than enough money in his wallet to pay for my ticket and his and more. So I'm like, you know what? I don't like being embarrassed. So I just paid for my own ticket and walked off. And then he paid for his. And I'm like, that was strike two. Don't invite me out on a date and ask me to be your Valentine. Then you give me a box of chocolates I can't even eat. Have me take a bus in the snow in a dress and heels to come to you. And then I have to pay for my own ticket. I took myself out for Valentine's Day. That's what happened. I took myself out for Valentine's Day. But strike two. So yeah, so we go. It was a great show. You know, Charlemagne did his thing. He told a lot of kids to keep in school because they didn't have talent. And yeah, that was that. And so after Charlemagne's show, I was hungry. He was hungry. So he says, "Oh, why don't we go out to eat?" And I was like, I'm going to take myself out to eat at this point, but that's my mentality. But I'm like, sure, whatever. I guess you can come along the ride. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's go get something to eat. So we go to this place that's like one of my favorite like little like restaurants that was off campus or whatever. And we go over there, and basically the way it was set up is like you pay for the food before you sit down or whatever. So we go up, order the food, and he does the same thing with the ticket with the food. And I'm like, so you couldn't pay for my ticket or my food, but ask me to be your Valentine? Like, what is happening today? What is happening today? Like, did you want to have sex with me or not? Because at this point, it's out the window, sir. It's out the window.
Off the table.
But it's off the table. So yeah. So basically I eat, leave. Now that was strike three. However, the follow-up I think is the funniest part of this entire story. And I actually did a whole story time about this on YouTube, so you can see the screenshots on there. But basically after, I think it was like a little less than a year, like after that, we're texting because actually it might have been almost a year because I think it was like Valentine's Day was coming up again. We're texting or whatever, and I forget what happened in the conversation, but long story short, he says to me that he was like, what about all the good times we had? Like, you know, I took you out for Valentine's Day. I took you to see one of your idols, Charlemagne, and took you to dinner. Like, you know, you had a really good Valentine's Day last year. And I said to him, I was like, I literally took a bus in a dress and heels to campus in the snow, walked to your dorm in the same dress and heels in the snow, paid for my own ticket, gave my roommates the box of chocolates you gave me because you didn't have the decency enough to pay attention when I talk, and paid for my own meal. What Valentine's Day are you talking about? He was like, oh, wow, I did all of that. Now I understand why you don't talk to me no more. So, yes. That was my worst Valentine's Day.
But did you die though?
But did you die?
Did you die?
I mean, the way that snow and ice was playing, it's a blessing I'm still here today, you know?
But I'll be honest with you. I don't know this guy.
Yeah.
And I like him.
I feel like his level of niggerdom was so high. Like it was so high he didn't care. How did you get home?
Wow, that's a good question. I think I took the bus. I'm pretty sure I took the bus.
He's consistent though.
He's consistent. He is consistent.
I think we got to pay attention to his consistency. He stayed consistent all the way through. He was not going to be shit at any point. Did he open the door for you?
Yeah, he did. And that's the crazy part. So like what throws me off, right, is because I don't typically date like men who would treat me like that. So it's like a lot of people, when I was telling them what happened, they didn't believe me, because if you meet him, he's the complete opposite of everything I just described. And so it's just like, wow, so you put on this gentleman act just to be an asshole at the end of the day?
Like, he hit the Southwest no look, like every time.
Yeah, like the this is wallet.
Hey, what are you
like?
I'm right next to you. I can see what you're doing.
And I could understand, because I know we're in college, right? So I can be reasonable, but the tickets were not expensive at all.
It was $17.50. Come on, bro.
It was $17.50.
No, it wasn't even that. Like,
he ain't say that. Scoop just made that up.
It was $10.
That's like a perfect price right there. Like,
honestly, I think it was cheaper than $10.
He looked you for cheaper than $10. This nigga is a menace.
Listen, he no looked at sheets. Like, come on, yo.
Y'all went to a buffet. Y'all went to a buffet.
Wait, y'all went to sheets?
No, I think it was like an Italian place, but I wanted like the flat pizza. And so we went to like the pizza part of the restaurant.
Y'all went to
the Old Country Buffet when we hear the Old Country Buffet.
I know.
Don't get me wrong, it wasn't an extravagant restaurant. Like the pizza that I got definitely wasn't more than like $10. So yeah.
I didn't know you in college, but I'm surprised the bus thing happened. Like I'm more stuck on the fact that you hopped on the bus and that was enough.
I really wanted to go to Apollo night. And I had no other way to get there.
Yeah,
that's why I said I was going to see Charlamagne.
Can I tell y'all something? My man Jimmy DaSaint just said, if you believe, the light was shining on me the whole time she was on that bus, because she believed in this night.
Yep. She did. It was worth it. Because my roommate said the same thing. They were like, girl, you better not go. I was like, listen, I'm not missing Charlamagne for nobody. Okay?
She had a vision. You had a vision.
He's just gonna have to be there with me for the ride. I'm not missing this.
This man is. We need to interview him because he is a menace to society.
Yes.
I ain't never seen a nigga look somebody over $5. Like, hope she don't look at my wallet. Like, bro.
Yeah. He might be.
You got 2 5s in there. We see it.
We see it. Yeah.
I see the money. What are you hiding?
We all see it together. Yeah, man. No, that's a bad story, but I like it. For some reason, there's something about it I just really like.
I just like his consistency in it. Like,
I love it.
I'm just not going to be shit this whole night. Like this whole entire night, I'm not going to be shit. Then the text later on and say, I gave you a great night.
Right, like it's
I took you out. No, I took myself out. You were just there.
Like you don't know, in his mind, he was the sweet that night. Like he felt as though he did so much for you that night.
Oh yeah, no, he really thought that like he did the most. Like
this guy's a menace. He's a terrorist, maybe.
Yeah, no, he's the GOAT, and like you said, he's consistent.
The GOAT debate. He might be over Future.
I was about to say that he's a Future disciple. Yeah,
he might be over Future.
No, Future actually pays his girls.
Right. See, we would got paid. So
they get, you know what I'm saying? Like they get cars, they get Rolexes, like
all that.
All I got was a $2 box of chocolate I couldn't even eat. So
$2.
Listen, she checked the price.
Did he leave the price on the box?
No. Actually, I don't know because I didn't look. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Me neither. If it was a receipt in the box, like
in the box.
That's where I went.
It was expired. It was a cell bin too.
Yeah, man. So I like it.
Oh, but I guess sorry.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask y'all, was I wrong for the fact that when I made the story time on YouTube, I sent him the link?
No.
Nah.
No, you wasn't.
You was valid for that.
That's what's called it's your time to shine. You send that to him and you show him what he did. That was your time.
That minister
he never responded, by the way.
Did he read it? Did he leave a read receipt?
Oh, yeah. He definitely.
He looked at that. He clicked that link.
Oh, yeah. He probably clicked that instantly. But I think it was because I had the screenshots of what he actually had the audacity to text me. I think that's what was.
So you put it all out there.
Yeah, I mean, I took his name out, but yeah, I put the whole.
You did what? You took his what out?
His name.
You hear that, Scott? Boy, Scott to drop a name in a hot second.
A hot second, won't it? Come on now, okay? Relax, fool.
Scott had caught you a job. Like, man, I was waiting for this job to call me back. But Scott telling stories about me on TalkHvy.
Y'all acting like a first name is gonna mean something.
I can't even hide.
That could be anybody.
If somebody drops the name Denise, everybody's calling me. How many Denise do you know?
Not a lot. But I know a lot of any name I drop, those common Jones.
You all right. Scott
common name.
Scott up there with that boy. He be doing $30 dates.
I didn't even get a $30 date.
He could have brought the homemade sandwiches.
Right.
He could have did something. This nigga
could have been fired. He could have brought some. Yeah, I just made a homemade sandwich.
Don't get Scott started, y'all. Come on.
I just made a lunch meat sandwich.
Speaking of sandwiches, I just got some honey turkey.
You eat homemade sandwiches at home?
The one thing he did that was semi-romantic was when I walked in the room to get my box of chocolates. He had it like sitting out on like a chair, like so that I could see it. I can't remember if he like had candles or not, but it was like he had like a romantic presentation.
I know damn well he had.
I know it wasn't no candles.
I can't remember what
it was. A stove light, but it wasn't no candles. I
guarantee it wasn't.
I don't even know this man, and I'm positive it was not a candle in that damn house.
I bet my bottom dollar.
A lighter, but it wasn't no goddamn.
Happy Valentine's.
This man is a menace.
He's a menace. He's a serial killer. But V, I'm sad that you went through that.
Did anyone do anything?
No, you're not.
Did anyone do anything this past Valentine's Day?
I mean, I just chilled my old lady, man. It was our 4-year anniversary. Just thank God I made it this long.
40th?
40th.
We on our 4th cycle, man. You know what I'm saying? Next year, our 5th one. I mean, I might just get married, man. I don't know.
I just want to get married.
Who talk about marriage? Oh no!
Nah. Listen, 4 years in, you might.
So you know how old Scoop is?
Oh yeah,
talking about some might. I
already forget.
You ain't got that much time left. I hope
young man.
Rolex, whatever she want.
I'm a young man.
Where you gonna have the wedding at?
A young old man.
Bro, I'm gonna have the wedding at 23rd Snyder Gate Ministries. I don't know what shit been going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm having mine at.
You think my father got a church for me to not get married there?
I think that's disrespectful at that point. You just being disrespectful.
Wait, but the same church that you be at all the time.
Yeah.
I'm getting married and buried there. I'm letting you know that right now. Everything's happening at that church.
I feel like you gotta get married there. Like this, I gotta get married there too. That's not even my dad. You just gotta get married there.
At this point, V gotta get.
She gotta get married there.
I've been around for too long.
I get married at the church.
What? The church. What you want me to go to somewhere else and pay them?
You not gonna pay your pop?
No, I ain't paying them.
Hey.
You gonna do the wedding and all that for free. You don't get to be in the wedding, nigga. You gonna do the wedding.
You gonna be there the whole time. You gonna get a lot
The
of
whole entire time. With your collar on. You gonna be
Anybody
working
else
that
do
day.
anything?
I bust out Chef Keith for the weekend. I made some steak, potatoes, and some broccoli. You know, and flowers, chocolate. The same old, you know.
Okay, showing out.
When them unemployment checks start running in, I start carrying. Call me Keith DaSaint, if you will.
So you cooked this steak?
Huh?
You cooked this steak?
I cooked it. I did,
Ooh.
on the steak.
In the air fryer?
Marinated the steak, and then it's a little sear to it, and I just got to, I'm about to be 27 in a week, and I just got to be a grown man about how I do things nowadays.
27.
Yeah.
I'll talk about me.
I don't got it.
But I don't sound nothing like that. Not close to you. Yeah, you was 27 when we started, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yo.
That was good.
the shots today.
Oh, it hurt. I can't even respond. How was your Valentine's Day?
That was boring. I ain't do much, bro.
You didn't do much, man. You and your lady got just relaxed.
No, I was here, bro. She 2 hours away.
You ain't make the draw for your lady?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well,
I was about to say no phone action, but that's a little too personal.
Yeah.
Yo, you had the FaceTime off?
Yo.
Zoom meeting?
My Valentine's is boring.
So did y'all FaceTime?
I just be working, man. I actually worked that day.
Did y'all FaceTime?
FaceTime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You FaceTime that night?
Yo, why you
too personal, like, and I don't like how Keith leaned in when he asking these questions. Like, it just with so much creepier. It's just a lot going on. Like,
how was your day at work today, babe?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. Now let me ask now, V. Now, how was your Valentine's, V? Did we establish what you did?
I didn't do anything. I was
okay.
That minute traumatized her. I don't even think she celebrate the damn holiday.
Yeah, she like chill like
my nieces and nephews, they like made me cards and gave me flowers. It was cute. Yeah, that's about it.
That's a beautiful.
Well, one more thing to do today. Reluctantly, congratulations, Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the Super Bowl win. Yeah.
Congratulations to the Buccaneers defense for winning.
Yeah, congratulations to that stout defense that did an amazing job.
It's a stout defense.
Oh, very stout.
That did.
And then to the whole Black coaching staff,
Shout out
to every Black player on the team.
Black History Month.
Who are listening and don't already know, Scoop does not support white excellence at all. He doesn't acknowledge it.
That's an oxymoron, V.
He doesn't celebrate it.
It's Black History Month. I just stay on the positives. We heard that earlier, not the negatives, positives.
All right, we celebrating blackness.
We celebrate, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Tom Brady, he won the 7th ring, man. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, congratulations.
So I do have a question on Scoop. Is it true that you said that all white quarterbacks are trash?
No. They're not trash. There's just Black quarterbacks that's better.
For every white quarterback, there's 3 better Black quarterbacks
that didn't get the chance because of systemic racism.
That's a fact. 100%.
Oh, I'm just saying.
You just pointed out the facts. That's all. Okay.
That's all. Don't at me, y'all. Don't at me.
Don't at me. Just don't at me, though.
You're not Scoop. Don't at me. But yeah, you know what I mean? But But in all seriousness, really, dude, congratulations to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But what Tom Brady did is freaking amazing. 7 rings, that's a lot of damn rings. You know what I'm saying? As if anybody to do, accomplish, you know what I'm saying? Even if he didn't win all of those, just from him being that good, you know what I'm saying? He has.
Defense won that game.
Yes, but he got 7 rings. So I got it. Got to shout him out. You know what I'm saying? And just like I said, Tampa Bay, y'all did great.
Which one you think was his favorite ring? Spygate, Deflategate,
go to a loaded team with a good defense gate.
All right. I know I brought these things up. Man.
Every championship team Tom had a good defense. So the majority of them.
His last ring, they had a good defense.
I said a majority. That's what not maybe not that last one, but most of them. You know what I mean? Even though everybody want to hate on Tom, he is the GOAT. Let's not get that. You know what I mean?
He lost to Eli, Nick Foles.
What was the last name you said?
Nick Foles. He lost to Nick Foles.
Hey,
He wasn't even y'all leading quarterback. You don't get to claim him.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
So what I'm saying is, that wraps up a whole nother episode.
Y'all was able to at least make it to the playoffs, but that's a story for another day. Sorry.
Oh.
And y'all traded him.
I feel attacked.
Y'all didn't even believe in him.
You know what I'm saying? How this man bring you a ring?
And y'all traded him.
Tom Brady. Only one other quarterback can say they beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. And then y'all said, you know what? Bye, Nick. We done.
I know that's right.
That's why y'all trash. It's karma for bad.
That's why y'all went 20-0 and it ain't
No, y'all was the Steelers was talking spicy.
Look, y'all went 20-0, ain't win a playoff game. Scott, your team ain't been good since before you was born. And your quarterback is back in the project making cheap cheese with his friends.
Kodak free now. We good now.
Listen, all right, that last statement wasn't nice, but that wraps up a whole other episode. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
On Black History Month.
It's Black History Month, man. Black greatness. We do it, man. And that's it's other stuff to talk about. We're just gonna wrap this up, man. And just get with TalkHvy, man. Follow all things at TalkHvy. You know what I'm saying? And check us out, man. Follow us, like us, all that good stuff. That wraps up a whole nother episode. I'm your boy Scoot Burgundy.
Just call me, Mira.
This guy.
The Eagles suck.
Oh. Lay it on.
Until next week.